Capcom recently gave exclusive Resident Evil 4 Remake footage to select creators and media outlets to react, review, and break down. The footage is from Chapter 4, which shows how the pacing is completely different this time around in the remake, which is awesome. It means that they're going to be allowing us to explore a lot more because there are new puzzles and more branching paths than ever. It is finally March, guys, and Resident Evil 4 Remake comes out in just a few weeks. Make sure you're subscribed for all the latest info on it. We will be covering everything about this game until it drops, so you gotta hit that like button to spread the hype for this new gameplay. Now, with that being said, let's get into the video. Next week, Capcom is hosting a spotlight event Thursday, March 9th. Resident Evil 4 Remake will be there along with other Capcom games. Straight up, this is the demo announcement. If you guys didn't already know, there's literally nothing else to showcase or talk about for this game besides the demo or Mercenaries mode. So expect both of those to appear there, or at least one. Just a major demo announcement. And I guarantee after the spotlight event, the RE4 Remake demo will be live and ready for all of us to play. Multiple times, that is. And yes, I'll be streaming the event here live on the channel, and we'll also be playing the demo live right after. You guys are probably tired of hearing about this, but Capcom is not playing around when it comes to the parry mechanic in this game. Not only are they constantly gushing out about it in the interviews, don't worry, I am too, but they are making sure to include a lot of it in the new footage to really drive home the new game changer of a mechanic. If you look at Leon's knife on the HUD, whenever an attack is incoming and in range to hit Leon, it flashes and has the L1 button signifying that Leon can parry that attack, which is really cool to notate. It's also important to know that some attacks are not parryable. You'll see he parried that first attack, second attack he tries to run by gets hit, and the third attack is parryable. But really, most games of recent just let you figure out the timing on the go, so it's kind of cool to see that Resident Evil 4 put a guide in there to help some players out with learning how to parry. According to Susie Sphere Hunter on Twitter, as long as your knife has durability, you pretty much can parry everything except for flaming boulders, giants, or Del Lagos. I'm going to be putting this to the test when the game officially drops and when we do our knife only run. And also, of course, Leon can dodge death blow attacks with the dodge mechanic. Similar to God of War, Leon can also use a motorboat to explore the area a bit more. In the original Resident Evil 4, when you got into the boat, it would be a loading screen taking you to the other area. But this time we can control the motorboat ourselves, and some new areas may seem like they're blocked off, but Leon can actually unlock them by solving puzzles. Also, there are more spears that Leon can use if you notice on the bottom right of this gameplay. In RE4 with the boat, Leon does fight the Del Lago with spears, so this can only mean that we'll be getting into other crazy fights or maybe solving puzzles with projectiles. We also get a decent amount of new footage of the Leon and Krauser knife fight, which is fully playable. You can hear the two of them discussing Operation Javier, which relates to their backstory and how they know each other. A small detail, but it looks like some of the Zealot enemies are actually female now. Check it out, it's 2023, the cult is expanding, I could dig it. The desire for the devs to get away from QuickTime events is what sparked the idea behind the parry and having it in the game in the first place, which sort of makes the QTEs sort of an integrated element to the game now. They really wanted to see us own Krauser in a whole new way. I see a lot of people in the comments have been asking about the brutal death animations for Resident Evil 4 and if they are still present in the remake. Yes, they are, as confirmed by Capcom a few weeks ago, and even more gruesome this time around. Regular attacks that heavily damage but don't kill Leon are almost on the same level tier of gruesome too. This Garrador though. Ugh. You can still knock down thrown weapons out of the air with your gun or with your knife. And yes, this includes explosives too, believe it or not. When you're deflecting projectiles thrown at you with your knife, it doesn't seem to be costing any durability from at least in this gameplay. But when it's a melee strike you're deflecting, it does cost durability. And depending on how strong the attack is, it might take more durability than others. If you parry that one-hit kill mechanic from the Plagas, it eats up a lot of knife durability. This is the most I've seen so far in the game. That is a huge chunk. The merchant has new voice lines, but they also have side quests for him specifically. You can find them all around the game. Like, one is to find the golden chicken egg and sell it to him. They wanted to include some of the mechanics from Resident Evil 8 Village with how the Duke had us doing side quests as well, which I'm not mad at. I always like more things to do in a game. I'd rather in a remake you do more things than take things away. The typewriters not only function as a save point, but you can also store items and weapons there now. This is most likely due to us being able to craft a multitude of items and things that Leon can use. Not only that, but you can also customize your cases here at the typewriter. We talked a bit about this before. The different cases have different effects and perks, such as making certain ammo variety appear more often in the game, or more resources. Also, you can customize the different charms that the game has to offer to give you either more healing and various others we don't know of yet. They've just been showing us the same chicken one over and over again. However, you can unlock more charms by participating in a new minigame. I wonder if that's the same for the cases, but we're gonna have to wait and see. When it comes to Ashley, there's a tight and a loose mechanic. Yeah, I just realized what I said. But if you look at the bottom right, you can see a Leon and Ashley icon. The tight icon has Ashley sticking closer to Leon. Then the loose icon is where Leon tells her to keep her distance while you deal with a horde of enemies trying to flood you guys. Also, since Ashley does not have a life bar, we don't have to moderate her health. However, if she does get incapacitated, we have to make our way over to her and pick her back up. Leon can slot an extra bullet in the chamber, so if you reload before you're empty, you're gonna keep that round in the chamber still. It's a really nice touch to realism. It's the little details. If you ever come across a moment where you're running low on ammo or you don't want to deal with a mob of enemies, Leon and Ashley can optionally use stealth to bypass enemies to conserve and sneak around. And remember, the bow thrower crossbow is silent, so if you do use it on unsuspecting enemies, they will not be able to pinpoint where this attack came from. You could also sneak attack a Garrador with the knife, but this costs you one whole entire knife. Garradors, as you guys know, are blind, so they will find Leon by sound. And in this area that we're fighting one, they made this arena a little bit smaller, believe it or not, while also adding in hanging chains. So if Leon does sneak around and bump into one of those chains, they can be instantly alerted and run over their way to clap his cheeks. I still can't believe how much coverage Resident Evil 4 Remake has gotten over the last month. Capcom, are you guys aware that the game is coming out soon? I mean, I'm not complaining, but I'm sure there are tons of fans who are struggling to not watch these videos and others, veterans and new fans altogether. But if you did watch this, I do want to know, what edition do you love the most and what are you most excited for? For me, I'm gonna say something cheap. The overall expansion of the game. I love the new areas that we can go to, and I love how previous areas still look the same but are larger and packed with more secrets. And overall, they do want us to have a non-linear experience, to explore more and find new things. That's what I'm most excited for above all else. And of course, Ashley being able to suplex. Please. Be sure to like the video if you enjoyed and subscribe if you are new. More Resident Evil 4 videos are on the way and you won't want to miss them. My name is BltzZ and thanks for watching.